In this episode of my Chevy Astro Adventure Van build series, I'll be building a pull-out sofa bed. The bed is a fairly complicated build. Here, I'm laying out some wood and trying to settle on the dimensions of the bed. First, start on the top piece of the bed, which will support the mattress. I'm using Spax construction screws here, as I've used for the majority of the build. Now that I've got the length of the bed set, it's time to start thinking about the width. Ultimately, I settle on 75 inches in length, 25 inches in width, and a height of 12 inches.
Yeah, well, me neither.
Next, I cut some of the slats and start laying them out. And these are key to the functionality of the pull-out bed. Half of the slats are screwed into the fixed portion of the bed, while the other half are fastened to the sliding portion of the bed. For now, I'm just trying to make sure the bed is square before screwing down my first board. And here you can see how I've used a belt sander to smooth down the edges of the slats. Now I've cut some more slats to reduce the amount of space in between the boards. I just need to lay them out evenly across my bed frame. Now it's time to screw down the slats, so I'm drilling pilot holes for my screws. I'm using drywall screws here so the head sits slightly below the surface. This way they won't catch on my mattress as it slides across the wood. Now for the moment of truth. Does it slide out? Sort of. And it will need some tweaking. Here, I'm making sure the sides are aligned while I check to make sure everything is even. Then, I screw down the other end of the slats to the half of the bed frame that slides. And there it is, the top part of the bed, complete. It still doesn't slide very smoothly though. I'm going to keep thinking about what I can do while I continue to build the rest of the bed. Now, I'm building the frame that will support the bed from below. My screws aren't really long enough though, so I'll drill some holes into the wood so that the screws only need to penetrate half its thickness. My crappy DeWalt battery knockoffs from eBay. The tabs that hold the battery in place don't work, and I need to use this painter's tape to hold my battery to the drill. Now, because of the holes I drilled, this 2-inch screw has an even amount of wood to pass through on both pieces, instead of an 80-20 split. This means it should hold better, and even more importantly, it means I didn't have to run out to the store to buy longer screws when they really weren't needed. Here's the support piece I just built. Time to see how it fits. The bed is slightly higher than it needs to be right now because it's supported by this milk crate, but otherwise it looks like a pretty good fit. Time to screw this to the floor. And here's a look at the frame that will support the bed. I'll be replacing the single leg in the middle with a square frame for support like I've done on the sides. So the bed is pretty much in. Just got to put the legs on for the front sliding piece. And what I've done is I've sanded these down on a belt sander to make them nice and smooth. And I'm going to put some felt strips on the bottom. And the bed flips up as well for easy access to anything underneath. You'll notice these blocks here, we added these pieces of hardwood, and that's so that I could put longer screws in to make sure that these hinges are really on there. This is a 3/4 inch piece of wood, so even a 3/4 inch screw kind of just pokes through. So this way I could use 1¼ inch screws, and I mean it's in there solidly now, these blocking pieces. And the problem I'm having now is that the piece that slides out, there's a lot of tension between the boards and the slats and the boards below it. So I'm going to put some washers in between all of these boards under these screws to just bring these boards up, just maybe 1/8 of an inch. And that should give me the clearance for this to slide smoothly. Next, I'll attach the legs to the front sliding portion of the bed. I'm adding these metal L brackets to give the legs rigidity and support. Now I'll add these washers to raise the height of the slats just a little. Hopefully, this will provide the clearance necessary for the bed to pull out smoothly. This is a pretty time-consuming process to remove each and every one of these screws on these wood slats. Put a washer in, put it back together. And that's much better. The bed slides out perfectly now. With the bed built, it's time to start working on my mattress. I bought this 5-inch thick foam mattress from a company called Foam Factory. Now I'll need to trim the width to size. The mattress comes in a 39-inch width, and I'll cut it down to 37. Then I'll cut that piece into 2 separate pieces that are 25-inch for the main mattress and 12-inch for the cushions. I used this electric poultry cutting knife to cut the foam, as recommended by the internet. The electric knife works pretty well, but it can be hard to cut a straight line. I'll test fit these pieces on the bed and see how they look. Not bad. Next, I'll cut this piece into thirds and make 3 separate cushions. So this is the bed. It's a sofa bed. It pulls out, it flips up, but I really don't use it for any of that except just to sleep on it. In fact, I usually keep these cushions up out of the way. But if I do want to pull it out into sleep 2 people, I can easily do that. The thing just slides out. The cushions fall into place. And it's easy to break it down, put it back into single person mode, which is where I operate most of the time. So for the bed sheets and the cushions for the sofa, I just got a set of sheets from Walmart. It's like $10 set of sheets. And the pillowcases fit perfectly around my cushions. So these were a good fit. And all I've done is I've added some safety pins here to kind of just keep them closed. So for these bed sheets, all I did was go to Walmart and got a twin bed sheet, wrapped it around this piece of foam, and then just sewed all the way along the outer perimeter on one side. Sewed it together, flipped it inside out, and then the stitch is on the inside of the sheets, and it works. It fits tight. I think it was $10 to make this, $12, something like that. So I could take it off. It helps having 2 people, but I can take this off and wash it. And yeah, $10, $12 for a bed sheet, not too bad.